Who are you, little I.E. Cummings or by E. Cummings? So, hello everyone, this is me Mohan Dangora. Today we will be discussing an interesting poem by E. Cummings. Who are you, little I? So, but before I start my lecture, my as usual request is please, if you are new to this channel or if you have not subscribed my channel, do not forget to subscribe the channel and hit the like button. And if you like the video, please do not forget to share with your friends. Okay, so now without wasting the time, let's start our discussion. Okay, so I will start the poem by describing line by line because the poem is very short. Okay, so let's start our discussion. The speaker of this poem says, "Who are you, little I?" Now look at here. So here in this poem, the speaker is saying, "Who are you, little I?" So the speaker in this poem is addressing someone who is junior to him or her. 5 or 6 years old. So how many years old that little guy is? That little person is 5 or 6 years old. So who are you, little I? Sano I timi ko ho. Okay, peering from some high window. Now look at here that small, that junior little guy is peering or looking from some high window at the gold of November. So the time is the sunset of November, means the month is November and the time is of evening when the sun is setting. Okay, so now look at then parenthesis starts and within this parenthesis and feeling that if day has to become night. Okay, this is beautiful way and the poem ends. Now this is our poem. So basically the poem is describing a speaker who is talking to a small junior fellow who is 5 or 6 years old, and that small junior fellow is sitting in the some high story building and looking at the sunset of November month. And then now look at here at the end of this poem, the speaker is saying, so if the morning becomes evening in this way by changing into a golden color, then this is a beautiful way for the day to set. So now look at here, if we read this poem from very philosophical perspective, then we come to know that this poem basically deals about life, about our life is compared with a day. So the sunshine or the morning is being compared with here birth. When we so get birth or when we are born, it's like morning of a day, and the day whole day is compared with our life. So the sun goes high in the sky is, so in our life also we become adult, and when the sun sets we become old, and finally when the sun disappears and the night comes we die. So this is how the poem is comparing a day with a life, because the sun rise is being compared with birth, and then the whole day process is being compared with our life, and then sunset is being compared with the death and old age. But now look at here, there are different things to notice in this poem. So first, this is little I. Now look at here, who are you, little I? So हामीलाई कहिले काहीँ के लाग्छ कि this little I might be a pawn. अब what is pawn? Now you will be asking. तपाईहरु सोध्नुहुन्छ त्यसो भए pawn के हो? नाउ लुक एट हियर, देयर इज स्पिकर. स्पिकरले चाहिँ लिटललाई एउटा सानो फुच्चेसँग कुरा गरिरहेछ कि स्पिकरले आफ्नो सानो आँखालाई भनिरहेछ कि तिमीले के हेरिरहेछौ त, हैन? स्पिकर माइट बी हिमसेल्फ, जसले चाहिँ त्यो नोभेम्बरको सनसेटलाई, गोल्डन कलरको सनसेटलाई अब्जर्भ गरिरहेछ. सो द स्पिकर माइट बी टकिङ टु हिमसेल्फ. इट मे बी द इनर मोनोलग. अब यो एउटा इनर मोनोलग पनि हो. इनर मोनोलग और मोनोलग इटसेल्फ इज एन a thing that I know when a speaker so talks to himself or herself. Now look at here, from this we can conclude that there are no two people, there is only one person, and he is talking to himself or herself. Now then, who is that himself or herself? That junior, that little I who is being addressed here must be or might be the memory, the childhood period of that speaker. So speaker is observing that sunset of November month, and almost sudden the speaker remembers that he used to enjoy or he used to observe or he used to do the same thing when he was 5 or 6 years old. So this poem brings this nostalgia to the speaker. This poem takes him to his early childhood life, Now look at here. So sometimes when you are adult, हामी पनि कहिलेकाहीँ म्याच्योर हुन्छौँ नि त होइन, म्याच्योर भइसकेपछि कुनै कुरा देखेर हामीलाई के याद हुन्छ त, हामीलाई पनि त्यस्तो बचपनमा त्यो कुरा यदि हामीले इफ वी होइन युज टु इन्जोय द्याट थिङ ड्युरिङ आवर चाइल्डहुड डेज, we remember how we used to enjoy that thing, how we used to play with that thing, or how we used to react in those specific circumstances. हामीलाई त्यो कुरा याद हुन्छ नि त. सो स्पिकरले पनि यहाँ के भन्छ त, हु आर यु लिटल आई, तिमी को हो. अब यो लिटल आई एउटा जुनियर फेलोलाई एड्रेस गरेर भनिरहेको हुन्छ कि 5 र 6 इयर्सको छ, जुन एउटा तल बिल्डिङमा चाहिँ माथि बसेको छ होइन. अनि त्यसले चाहिँ के अब्जर्भ गरिरहेको छ, सनसेट. कुन मन्थको, नोभेम्बर मन्थको. सनसेटको कलर कस्तो छ त, द कलर अफ सनसेट इज अफ कोर्स गोल्ड. So now look at here, what can we infer from here? Now we can infer that the speaker is being nostalgic. Speaker एकदमै nostalgic भएको छ. So he is just like in nostalgia, in nostalgic mood. हामीलाई पनि sometimes के हुन्छ त, when we grow, when we become adult होइन, we remember, so how was our childhood. यदि तपाईँहरूले पनि त्यो अब एज छैन भने भोलिको दिनमा वा पर्सिको दिनमा आउने तपाईँहरूको लेट लाइफमा यु विल remember होइन, how you used to enjoy in your school age, how you used to react with others, what kind of things you used to prefer during your childhood. हेर्नुहोस् है. सो हु आर यु लिटल आई, को हो लिटल आई तिमी भन्छ. 5 or 6 years old भन्नुको कारण त्यो होइन, त्यो मान्छे त्यो बच्चा कति सालको छ त, 5 or 6 years old. पियरिङ फ्रम सम हाई विन्डो. पियरिङ भनेको लुकिङ. तिमी कुनै माथि टल बिल्डिङमा बसेर हेरिरहेछौ. गोल्ड अफ नोभेम्बर, नो गोल्ड अफ नोभेम्बर सनसेट, नोभेम्बर मन्थको सनसेट कस्तो कलरको छ त, गोल्ड कलरको. प्यारेन्थेसिस सुरु हुन्छ, एन्ड फिलिङ द्याट इफ डे हेज टु बिकम नाइट. र यसरी चाहिँ एउटा डे नाइटमा चेन्ज हुन्छ भने दिस इज अ ब्युटिफुल वे. एकदमै राम्रोसँग होइन, सनसेट गोल्ड कलरमा भएर यदि नाइट हुन्छ भने दिस इज भेरी ब्युटिफुल वे. द स्पिकर माइट बी ट्राइङ टु से हियर द्याट इफ दिस इज अ वे टु डाई, देन दिस इज द भेरी ब्युटिफुल वे टु डाई by observing that beautiful sunset. त्यो सनसेटलाई हेरेर चाहिँ होइन, यदि हामीले डेटलाई एक्सेप्ट गर्छौँ भने द्याट्स भेरी ब्युटिफुल प्रोसेस टु डाई. नाउ लुक एट हियर. सो अर्ली आई वाज सेइङ द्याट, अब यसमा कमा छ होइन, अनि द्याट मस्ट बी द क्वेसन. जस्तै यहाँ किन अब सेमी कोलनको युज भएको छ, क्वेसन यो पनि आउँछ. विन्डो र 8 को बिचमा किन सेमी कोलन युज भएको छ, बिकज होइन, सो दिस सोज द ट्रान्जिसन फ्रम हिज चाइल्डहुड टु द एडल्टहुड अर द ओल्ड एज है, ट्रान्जिसन सो गर्छ. त्यो कुरा पनि यु हेभ टु टेक नोट अफ द्याट थिङ एज वेल. सो नाउ लुक एट हियर, हु आर यु लिटल आई. यसमा हेर्नुहुन्छ भने लिटल आई इज अ पन. पन, वाट इज पन नाउ? ओके, सो लेट मी मेक यु क्लियर. Pun is a double meaning, meaning or the word used in a way that gives double meaning or that creates joke or fun. So त्यसलाई हामी चाहिँ के भन्छौँ त, pun. So basically pun pun आउँदाखेरि तपाईहरुले के सोच्नु होला त, fun fun, fun. So remember this way. What is pun भन्यो भने pun are those words है, those words which are used in very humorous way होइन. अब त्यस्तो वर्ड्सहरू जुन डबल मिनिङ क्रिएट गर्न सक्छन्, ह्याभिङ सिमिलर स्पेलिङ्स. स्पेलिङ के हुन्छ त, सेम, बट दे क्रिएट डबल मिनिङ अर दे क्रिएट नेक्स्ट मिनिङ. सो लेट्स शो यु एन एक्जाम्पल. लुक एट हियर. सो डेफिनेसन अफ पन इज हियर. सो यु क्यान सी हियर, what is a pun? A joke exploiting the different possible meanings of a word or the fact that there are words which sound alike but have different meanings. एउटै साउन्ड गर्ने, स्पेलिङ एउटै भएको, बट कन्टेक्चुअल मिनिङ डिफरेन्ट हुने. लुक एट एक्जाम्पल हियर. Suppose if a dog goes to a bar and then if that dog buys something, purchases something, and orders something, and after that, after that purchase order, and if a bartender comes to her and asks, so where should he put the bill? Then the dog said, look at here example. The dog said to the bartender, put it on my bill. Okay, so look at here. My bill is here what? My bill is here pun. How? Because this creates double meaning. Bill actually first when we listen it, we remember the bill, a document, a receipt, isn't it? A paper receipt where the price of the goods or the price of commodities or the price of services are included. हामीले सामान किन्दाखेरि जुन रिसिभ गर्ने बिललाई सम्झिन्छौँ हामीले कि डकले भनिरहेछ मेरो बिलमा चढाइदियो भनेर, बट एक्चुअली यो बिलले त्यो बिललाई, पेपर रिसिट बिललाई चाहिँ रिफर गर्दैन. दिस बिल रिफर्स टु द बिक होइन, यो जुन उसको बिक हुन्छ नि त, नोज, त्यसलाई रिफर गर्छ डकको. सो लुक एट हियर, सेम स्पेलिङ, and a same sound but it has another meaning. So these kind of very humorous use of certain words, they create fun and they become fun create भयो कुनै वर्डले भने त्यो के त त्यो फन हुन्छ. सो सिमिलरली हैन अब यो पोइममा पनि के त हु आर यु लिटल आई, लिटल आई भन्न खोजेको उसले एउटा सानोलाई भनिरहेछ. अब के थाहा यो लिटल आईले उसले आफ्नो आँखालाई कि तिमीले कसलाई हेरिरहेछौ होइन, यो आँखा तिमीले कसलाई केलाई हेरिरहेछौ भनेर भन्न खोजिराखेको छ कि. सो वी कम टु think about that possible meaning as well. Okay, so let's move ahead and then have our discussion. So now look at here, you can see the visual. This is how this visual might be. So conceptualize in your mind. तपाईँले यसरी चाहिँ visual concept गर्नु होला कि सनसेट भइरहेछ हैन, अनि त्यो सनसेटको बेलामा के भइरहेछ त, एउटा बोय छ र त्यो बोयले के हेरिरहेछ त, that boy is observing the November sunset. कुन मन्थको, प्लिज रिमेम्बर नोभेम्बर, नोभेम्बरको मन्थ छ र त्यो नोभेम्बर मन्थको के इन्जोय गरिरहेछ त, सनसेट इन्जोय गरिरहेछ हैन. त्यो सानो केटो, त्यो केटो सानो हैन, इज द्याट बाई रियली अ स्मल चाइल्ड अर इज द स्पिकर हैन, अर जस्ट इज स्पिकर जस्ट इमेजिनिङ हैन, स्पिकरले इमेजिन मात्र गरिराखेको हो त, यो चाहिँ भिजुअल हेरेर उसले इमेजिन गर्दैछ कि हैन. He used to enjoy the same kind of sunset when he was 5 or 6 years old. So this poem is basically a nostalgia of the speaker who is remembering his childhood when he sees the same kind of sunset that he used to enjoy during his childhood age. So this is it here. Now look at here, let me read this. So in this very little poem, the speaker stands near his window as shown in the picture one evening watching sunset outside. Okay, suddenly he goes back to his past in his childhood days. Okay, so I think you are getting the point. He recalls how in his childhood days he used to enjoy such beautiful natural scenes. एक दिन स्पीकर हैन, he stands before the window of his room, then he observes the sunset of November, then he becomes nostalgic. He remembers how he used to enjoy those scenes. Okay, I hope now you got the point. So moving forward, so as I have already explained, what is this poem about? This poem is about nostalgia. What is nostalgia? Nostalgia is remembering your past, isn't it? Remembering your past and basically like so enjoying how beautiful your past was. तपाईँले नोस्टाल्जिया हुनु भनेको ब्युटिफुल पास्टलाई इन्जोय गर्नु हो, रिमेम्बर गर्नु हो. So nostalgia about what? About childhood of the speaker. Whoever the speaker is here, so he is being nostalgic about his or her childhood. So look at here, when we are nostalgic, when we remember, we see it in our facial expression, our body expression, so becomes like this. हाम्रो body expression चाहिँ यस्तो हुन्छ नि त nostalgic भयो भने. So हैन, we think so we do like this and then we remember. So look at here, it has been long since then. Now all such joys and pleasures have been suppressed by his maturity. When we become mature, when we grow old, when we grow adult, then all our pleasures, all our naiveness, all our so innocence, they are suppressed because we have to fulfill the responsibility. We have to do the job. We have the lot of responsibilities burden for the members in our family, for our community, for our friends. So we suffer from adulthood worries. Basically, we suffer from adulthood worries. We have a lot of worries, anxieties. But he appreciates if the days of life pass on like this, it's not bad. Here he indicates the gradual passage of life nearing to its end. So look at here. Okay, so as I have already said, sunrise refers to what? Sunrise refers to here birth. So when somebody is born, then that can be compared as sunrise. Similarly, after sunrise, what comes? Sunset. So sunset refers to what? Sunset refers to death, I know, or old age, and finally night refers to passing away or death. So this is how you have to get the point. Okay. So as the time passes, the day can be compared with the old age, or the day can be compared with the life. Okay. So here, what is being compared? What is metaphor here? A kind of metaphor. A day. A day can be compared with so life, whole life. हाम्रो पुरा लाइफ एउटा डेलाई हेरेर हैन, we can make comparison. सनराइज हुनु, बर्थ हुनु, अनि सन डे हुनु, दिउँसभरि त्यो टाइम के हो त लाइफ को एडल्टहुड म्याच्योर हुनु, फाइनली सनसेट हुनु, ओल्ड र नाइट हुनु के हो त डेथ. ओके, सो लेट्स मुभ अहेड. Now look at here. So how this poem opens up, we have already discussed, है ना? And what he remembers, we have already discussed. As you can see here on picture, है ना? तपाईँले यो picture मा देख्न सक्नुहुन्छ. The speaker is looking at the sunset, है ना? अब कुन month हो? Do not forget November, है? November को month हो. Do not forget. So dear fellows, now look at here. So he remembers how he used to, as you can see here on picture, you know how, and nowadays he has become old. Now he has become old. So he remembers how he used to enjoy such beauty when he used to be a little boy, of 5 or 6 years. It is a wonder that he still has youthful presence in him. Okay, so this presence can recognize the beauty of the evening. So now look at here, he remembers. So now he has become old like this fellow. When we become old, so we look like this. So he remembers his beautiful so childhood, his happy childhood, his innocent childhood. Okay, so and he regrets. Okay, so now I guess you have got the point, and this is all about the poem. Okay, so I think you have got the major theme and plot line of this poem. The theme is, okay, passing of a life. Okay, transitory moment of a life when we pass from so young to adulthood to oldhood. Okay, so this is all about this poem. I hope you like the video, and if you have liked the video, or if you like the video, do not forget to subscribe the channel, and do not forget to share this video so among your friends. Thank you for that. We will meet soon. Have a good day ahead.